$5 billion. That is exactly how much value moved across a brand new payment network in its first 7 days of operation. The network processing that kind of volume is called Plasma, and it is a Layer 1 blockchain built from the ground up for exactly one purpose: moving stablecoins. If you send a digital dollar over this network, it arrives exactly as a full digital dollar. Plasma has eliminated gas fees for USDT transfers completely. On older networks, stablecoin payments are patched in on top of architecture designed for everything, from decentralized exchanges to digital collectibles. By stripping away those distractions and optimizing only for digital dollars, this network secured massive commercial volume the minute it went live. Right now, the vast majority of digital payments run on general-purpose blockchains like Ethereum and Solana. Because these chains host thousands of different applications, a simple stablecoin transfer has to compete for space against people minting NFTs or executing complex trading algorithms. This creates friction at the worst possible time. A user trying to buy a cup of coffee might face a sudden spike in transaction fees, and they are forced to hold a volatile native token just to pay for the privilege of moving their money. Merchants and everyday users cannot build a global payment system on infrastructure where the cost to send a dollar changes minute by minute. Forcing stablecoins into a bidding war for block space strangles liquidity before it can scale. To fix the problem, the underlying rails had to be completely rebuilt. At the core is Plasma BFT, a specialized consensus engine pushing transaction data through without bottlenecks. The network remains fully EVM compatible, so developers can migrate existing Ethereum apps immediately. To keep USDT transfers free, the protocol absorbs the computational cost in the background. When executing a smart contract requiring a fee, you aren't forced to buy ecosystem tokens. You can pay your gas directly in Bitcoin or USDT. By hiding gas costs while preserving compatibility with existing apps, Plasma removes friction. That usually stops crypto from being used in everyday commerce. While the network optimizes for stablecoins, the ecosystem is still powered by a native economic asset known as XPL. Looking at the tokenomics, XPL is hard-capped at an absolute maximum limit of exactly 10 billion tokens. However, only about 2.5 billion of those tokens, roughly a quarter of the total supply, are actually circulating in the open market right now. Based on that active supply, the network's market valuation fluctuates between $150 and $250 million. With 75% of the supply still locked up, investors face a heavy overhang of future token dilution against the network's immediate high-volume utility. That utility is undeniable, but it hasn't protected the token from the reality of the open market. In 2025, hype drove XPL to an all-time high of $1.69. Then the price collapsed to a brutal range of 9 to 12 cents, a 90% drop. Recently, it produced sharp bounces off those absolute lows. It is a clear reminder that successfully moving billions of dollars on-chain does not grant an asset immunity from vicious post-launch gravity. So we are left with a stark divide, a piece of infrastructure that actually works, tied to an asset that has been heavily battered. There is no question that Plasma operates as a highly efficient, high-volume highway for digital dollars. As always, this is not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before jumping in. The ultimate test going forward is whether that massive, undeniable on-chain volume can eventually pull the shattered market value out of the trenches.